Okay, you are a guy with a penis, and you get a certain type of penile cancer, and what's often done is your penis is excised, it is cut off, and about 60% of men who have had to have their penises removed because of cancer there wind up getting phantom penile sensations, which I don't want to know about.
So this is Robert Sapolsky. He's a well-respected researcher at Stanford University. He's a MacArthur Genius Awardee. He's like a super big deal. And he offers a lot of these educational and fairly entertaining videos on YouTube studying the biological basis of human behavior. And unfortunately, I found a real problem, like an actual not truth thing with something that he said that I researched on Google Scholar. But let's just continue for now.
What you see, though, is when you take transgendered individuals who go from male to female, in other words, as part of it, having their penises removed, 0% rate of penile phantom sensation. Suggestion being that there is something much more normal in that case than when a penis is being removed for cancer. A whole new area of research, very novel, very challenging. Okay.
Right. So 0%. That's pretty hard to come by in research. And if you do come by it, it's because the sample size is so small that it's statistically insignificant. So I was really intrigued by this, I mean, I was really, I really wanted it to be the case. It would be like a really strong or clear case for a biological basis for transgenderism, and it would possibly make it so transgenderism is more legitimate. I'm not transgender, but I would love for there to be clarity on this issue one way or the other, and for people to be less abused, basically, by our society. Unfortunately, it's not true. So I'm going to walk you through what I found and do kind of a post-mortem bit of sadness on the fact that I'm, I guess, going to have to fact-check Robert Sapolsky's videos. It's kind of a bummer. Just one other thing. Like, it may be that, he was talking to some colleague, and his colleague said that he had preliminary research, and this is the result. And so that's what he's citing. But if that's the case, he should not do that. That's pretty bad. So, okay, let's continue. So what I did is what any researcher would do, basically, is I went to Google Scholar and I looked at what the state of research was based on a very simple query, but can't imagine that this query wouldn't turn up the exact subject that we're talking about. The main person who is forefronting or heading this area of research is a guy named Ramachandran, and he's even been cited in regular Google, a publication in 2008 and one in 2017, an interview with him. So he's kind of the main guy. And as is too often the case in research, this study design hasn't been replicated. So yeah, that's just kind of how it often is in research. People want to make their own mark on something unique. But so Ramachandran in 2007, and keep in mind that the video from Robert Sapolsky is 2011, Ramachandran suggested that a study could be done in 2017, a study design, and then in 2008 he did the study with a subject size of 29 people. So here's the results of that study without further ado. Oops, that's the one where he suggests doing the study, but doesn't do the study quite yet. And then this is the one. Here's the results. Okay. Basically, what he says is 30% of trans people experienced phantom penis syndrome, as opposed to 60% of non-trans people. So that's, it's maybe something, but then again, 29 people isn't that much, and it's certainly not zero. Like, it's just not zero. I don't know how you could interpret that as zero. So, and then unfortunately, even more egregious is there was a follow-on paper that basically that was analyzing Ramachandran's paper, where she basically said there's no statistically significant difference based on that small sample size. You just have to analyze the data a little bit differently. So, and she did, I guess, 2 different kinds of tests to come to that conclusion. So yeah, back to the 0%. Like, where is this coming from? Or 0%. He said 0%. Anyway, yeah, not 0%. So, maybe he like didn't have his morning coffee or something, and he just, he has so many facts in his head that he's just throwing things out. But I don't know, that's such a strong statement to make, that I'm a little surprised, and I'm kind of bummed. So if anybody finds this mythical research and paper that actually has 0% of trans subjects who do a gender change from male to female not experiencing phantom limb, I would be very curious to see that. In fact, I'd really love to see that paper. So yeah, leave a mark in the comments, and I will talk to you.